Hi folks, how are you doing? And welcome to another vlog. It's honestly like doing a vlog, well, a video for the first time, because obviously, well, it's Gary's second time, but it's not spoken on camera. So we're going to go on a 12-day cruise around the British Isles, and why we did it, why we're going to do it, is because we couldn't make our minds up whether to do Scotland, Ireland. So we're going to go around. It's 12 days, and then take our favourite bits, and at a later date revisit those places. But Gary here is going to go through our itinerary and briefly discuss what we're going to do each day. He's not got anything written down, so I don't know how he's going to do with this. But there you go.
Hi everyone. So we're going to depart from Southampton, which is going to be really good. So it's a nice easy port to get to for us. And then we'll set sail at about 5 o'clock on Tuesday. And then we'll be heading towards Portland, which is in Dorset. And I think we're just going to have a bit of a relaxing day there because it's got some beautiful, it's a nice little town and it's got beautiful beaches that we can go and have a look at. So that should be good. The next day we'll be sailing over to Guernsey at St. Peter's Port, where we've decided to go and have a look at, I think it's called the Little Church. I think it's called the Little Church that we're going to go see. Just a little church, quaint little church up in the countrysides of Guernsey. So that should be quite good as well. And then after Guernsey, we'll be sailing towards Ireland. So, and our first port of call is Cork, where we've not booked anything for Cork just yet. So we're gonna play it by ear, I think. Yeah. Have a look around, maybe have a look around the marina, and look around the town. But it's somewhere where you can maybe go to Blarney Castle if you really want to and kiss the Blarney Stone. That should be quite interesting, but we'll see how we get on with that one. And then after Cork, we'll be sailing to Belfast, which is going to be a really good port for us, I think, because we're going to go see the majestic wonder of the world, as it were, the Giant's Causeway, which I'm really looking forward to. I think that's going to be really good. And then, I've missed one port out, haven't I? I've missed Dublin out. How can I miss the mighty Dublin out? So between Belfast and Cork, we go to Dublin. And we've got a nice tour of Dublin to go around all the different sites and wonders of Dublin, go past the Guinness brewery and things like that, so that should be interesting. So after Dublin, then Belfast, we'll be heading towards Greenock. So if you want to get off and go to Glasgow or Edinburgh, you can do that. We're not going to do any of those things this time. We're going to see some of Claire's family, which should be really good. Don't get a chance to see them very often. And then after there, we've got a sea day, I think, which heads us right around the top of Scotland and around the other side to Invergordon, which is like right on the 1 o'clock zone of Scotland. And that's a really good place to get to Inverness. I think we've got a tour of Inverness, and maybe, just maybe, we'll spot Nessie because we're going to go on a nice tour of Loch Ness, which should be really good. A nice boat trip. That should be interesting. And then after Invergordon, we're going to be sailing down to Queens, South Queens Ferry, I think, which you can get off and get to Edinburgh. So I think we've got a nice tour of Edinburgh to see the castle and all those kind of things. So that should be really interesting. And then there's a sea day after that, so we can have another relax, which we think we'll probably need. And then we're going to dock at Le Havre as his final port. Again, it's his final port. And you find on cruise days, the final port can be a lot to do, pack in and just try and relax and try and de-stress. So we've decided not to take the massive long trip to Paris this time. I think maybe save that for another weekend. Yeah. At some point, a long weekend. I think there's so much to see in Paris. I think to do it in one day, it's quite a lot. So I think we might take a miss on that one this time. And then it's sailing back to Southampton, and we pick up his car and come right back here to the mighty Lincoln. Yeah, and then, that's it. And also, in amongst all that, booking your nails, getting a facial and all of that. So next bit of footage you'll see is a little bit of packing, travelling, but we'll see you in the next one. Bye. See you later. Hi everyone. We just forgot in our last video, we didn't mention what ship we're going to be going on. So it's going to be the Regal Princess. So it can hold about 3,560 passengers, and it was built in 2014. It's also been on quite a few TV programmes. It was on the Real Love Boat show over in America on CBS, I think it was, and it's been on one called The Cruise in the UK. So if anybody's interested in seeing what that's like and those shows, and that should be really good. Right, Claire's packing behind me still, so we're going to crack on. See you soon.
Hi folks, do you know when I always talk about in my videos about when you go into a hotel room or a cabin, if it's a cruise ship or an Airbnb and you want to do a little bit of protection, I'm just going to show you one simple little spray that I take, and it's called Agua de Florida water. Now I use this for the shamanic healing. It's an aura cleanser. It's probably one of the most powerful you can get, and you can use it for rooms as well. So I just decant it from that, which that's the bottle. You can get these off Amazon as well. And I put it into that, and I'm taking 2 with me this time, okay? And what I do is, when I go into the hotel room, the first thing I'll do is just walk around it, do it at the door with the intention of cleansing and keeping stuff out. And then at the night time, sometimes I'll do it over the bed then, and then at the night time, I'll do it across, so say up and down the bed, just to cleanse it, not out of fear, but just to give it a bit of a, and it smells lovely as well. And then on a night, you just round your aura, under your feet and your hands if you want to, and your back as well, like that. Okay, little tip for you there. See you later. Bye. So, I had the brightest idea in the world that the day before we would not set sail, but do the drive down to Southampton, that I would do a full-on Sunday roast. Well, the Sunday roast didn't work out because the roast didn't come, so we've got lamb mint instead. So I'm going to do a shepherd's pie and parsnips and all the mashings. But not only is it the day before we go, but it's also one of the hottest days of the year so far. So I'm 3/4 packed, and now we're going on to chopping and peeling and prepping. So all the ingredients that you saw earlier has made 4 meals, so we've also got 2 meals that are now going to be frozen. Hi folks, how are you doing? So it's Monday the 4th of September now, 2023, and today is all about travelling to the Travelodge at Newbury, because when you're cruising, depending on where you live, it's always a good idea to make sure that you're there the night before, so you just get a little drive the next day, so it takes that pressure off. So join us on the trip to Newbury. Gary's just packing the car, and we'll see you soon. Bye. So we've just stopped at the services. Gary's got a chicken shawarma, a couple of packets of quavers, one of those is mine, and I've got a pizza. Travelodge, and I have spotted a Starbucks. So who wants coffee? Let me know in the comments and I'll get you one. Hi folks, arrived at the Travelodge. Bed for tonight before we set sail tomorrow. Hi folks, I don't know if I'm the first to even realise this, probably not. It's probably been going on long before I have even tried it. But I ran out of my shampoo, and when I was packing today I thought, oh my god, I've run out. And what we did was we ordered some shampoo off Amazon and we had it delivered straight to the Travelodge. So, if you ever forget something, what a brilliant way of being able to sort yourself out. And this for, I've got one open actually. Let's have a look. So we get it out of the package. It's actually called, let me have a look. It's called Lavender and Lime Shampoo. And it's by a company called, let's get you into focus, The Natural Spa. And it smells divine. So, if ever you run out of something, don't panic. Don't run around supermarkets. Get on Amazon and get it delivered straight to the place that you're going. Look at that. Natural Spa. Delicious. Hey folks, how you doing? We're just about to go for some food at, I think it's called the Carnarvon Arms, and it's very, very close to Highclere Castle, which is where they filmed Downton Abbey. So we're actually staying near to where they filmed Downton Abbey now. So we're just going to have a drive and see if we can see it, and if we can, we'll put some pictures in, and we'll see you in a bit. See you later, bye.
Bye.
Breakfast has arrived. Morning folks. So believe it or not, we actually very rarely get McDonald's breakfast, but when you're staying in a place like this, sometimes it's only what's on offer. So Gary, I think, has got a double sausage and egg muffin meal with hash brown, and I've got pancakes and syrup with hash brown.
Well, if you were just joining us and you're new to cruising or new to Princess.
Hi folks, we've arrived in our cabin, which is just here. We're going to dump our bags and then we're going to go off for some lunch because we are starving. Open toiletries, shower. So we're wanting to go for some food, so we're looking for the Lido deck, which is deck 16. And this is really snazzy because it actually shows you how to get there. If it's working like literally there.
It's literally here. moving away. And that is goodbye to Southampton. See you in 12 days.
Hi folks, how we doing? I'm sorry I've not caught up with any of you today on these videos, but the first day is always a hectic one. You literally don't stop from leaving the hotel to getting here to check in, although it's getting quicker to check in, and then getting your lunch, getting done packed, getting settled in, having a wander around. Got the nails booked in, we've got a massage booked in, and we've got a facial booked in. I think the nails are booked in for the 12th, and the massage and the facial are booked in for our wedding anniversary on the 9th of September. And we don't usually get that on a video, do we? A man laid on a bed behind me. So we're just ready for dinner, we're just chilling out now, we've just set sail, and then we've got a table booked at about 6:20. So then we're going to go for a walk and have a read and settle down and enjoy the rest of today. I can't believe I've only been speaking for less than a minute. Actually, it feels like I've been on forever. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one. I don't think there's anything else to say, is there? Nah. And we're in Portland tomorrow, so I will see you then. See you later. Take care. Bye.
If you want.
Look at that beautiful sunset. We are now going to go for some deck walks.
where the shop is. So here we are at Portland. Some ports you can walk off, some ports you need to get a shuttle bus, and Portland is a shuttle bus, and lucky for us this time it's a free one. So I think it takes us to Portland and into Weymouth, so I think that's what we might be doing today.
So this is Weymouth in Portland. Nice little seaside town. With the French, well, not French actually, English Riviera, Clare. This beach is actually quite a nice beach, you know. It's got your shops, your cafes, your rides. But it's also got tranquility as well. And it's got a very UK vibe to it. But it's also got a... oh well, what is it? Riviera vibe, that's the word I'm looking for. Rides there, your old-fashioned rides and your modern rides. Coffee shop. Nice, isn't it? So it's about a 20-minute shuttle bus ride from Port to here. Folks, I had to laugh. There's these little boats here, called Pedalo, and they're all named after certain things. And there's one that's called the Queen of Hearts. There's one that's called Hurricane Harry. Where's the next one? Queen Victoria. Winston Churchill. There's a King statue there. Winston Churchill. It's like a tarot reading, isn't it? Queen Victoria. Apparently it's a Queen Victoria Jubilee Memorial. Is that clock there? And you can see. Hi folks, how are you doing? Part 1 but no doubt I will lose track of ports. So anyway, when I do, I do. So today is Portland, and we went to Weymouth. It was about a 20-minute bus journey off the port. Lovely little town, actually. Actually, it wasn't little, it was quite big. Harbour, very much like Whitby around the harbour. A little bit of Whitby, St Ives. No, what's the other place? Is it Padstow? Where, what's his name? Has his restaurant. Reminded me of that. And then you went onto a beach, which was lovely. So we had a long walk around there today. And it was absolutely roasting. We then came back and we had a buffet lunch at the Lido, and we had Mexican, so nachos and all of that kind of stuff. Then went for a swim, then we had a bit of a read, then we went for a night. Well, I had an ice cream, best chocolate ice cream I've ever had in my life. Gary had a slice of pizza, which looked like the best pizza of my life, well, of my life. And then we had another read, then we went and did some deck walking. So far today we've done about 15k steps, which I know for big time walkers isn't a lot, but for us it is. And we're just getting ready now to go for dinner, and then after dinner we're planning on going to, I think it's called Movie Under the Stars, and it's a massive movie screen, and I think we're watching, is it Otto with Tom Hanks in, and you get blankets and you get popcorn and you're on a sun lounger anyway. And then that will be it. And tomorrow we're in Guernsey. We're going to get a later breakfast tomorrow. We're going to get a bigger breakfast tomorrow because we're going on a tour in the afternoon, so it messes all the meal times out, but it doesn't matter. So I hope you've had a great day, and I will catch up with you in the next one. See you later.
Guernsey, and we'll be going on one of those.
Just on a temple to, although I don't know what they're called now, water shuttles or something, water shuttles to go into Guernsey.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now approaching the dock. Please keep your head and arms inside the tender. Stay seated and follow the instructions of the crew members. Please watch your step, use the handrails, and allow the crew to assist you as you disembark. Remember to check the notice board ashore for the time of the last tender. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy your time ashore. Ladies and gentlemen, may
you can walk through it. Or is it a TARDIS? Let's have a go.
Just the one? You don't keep anything else?
Oh, look at the stained glass window.
Where you go?
Down there.
Hello?
Yeah.
Just trying to remember all the details.
Disappears.
Do you want me to read that for you?
No.
You want me to hold your bag?
No, I got it. It's over my head.
Translate for little people.
It's going down.
Yeah.
Very quickly. Get some back.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Did you get a picture of this cat? Do you want me to read that for you?
No.
You want me to hold your bag?
No, I got it. It's over my head.
Guernsey.
Hi folks, how we're doing? So it is day 2 of the port, so it's the second port that we've been to today, which was Guernsey, and we had a little bus tour this afternoon. This morning we had a lovely breakfast. Well, I had the best waffles I've had since Norway, delicious, which I will be having again tomorrow. And then we went up on deck and we read our Kindles, chilled out, and then went to a little cafe place in here that did the most cutest, quaintest, delicious sandwiches ever, and these little cakes and cookies, and we had a little sandwich, and well, Gary's sandwich was actually a little than mine, which makes a difference, doesn't it, Gary?
It does.
He had a little sandwich, I had a bigger one, but I only have a little breakfast. Anyway,
Food envy.
there's what?
Food envy.
Food envy. So, and then we had a little bit more of a chill out, and then we went and got into, you've got to get into your groups, because today was all about getting into the tenders. So what do they call them now? They call them water shuttles now. They used to call them tenders, but for some reason they don't do that now. They call them water shuttles. Anyway, so you got in your water shuttle and went on this bus tour, and it took you to this, honestly, it was a church, but it wasn't a used church, and it was done in the image of Lourdes, and it was made, I think, was it a monk?
Yeah.
It was a monk that had seen Lourdes and wanted to recreate it. So he did one and it was too small. Then he did another one and it was too small for the bishop that was fat to get through the door. And so he was asked to rebuild it again, and he did it, and it's made out of like pottery, smashed up pottery, and it's so small. You can go with it and work your way through it, but it's so sacred. It's got the Mother Mary statues, it's got everything that Lourdes has got, and it's so small and quaint. But I actually struggle with things like that, but I didn't feel hemmed in. And then after that, there was a gift shop which Gary got me my wedding anniversary present, which I will share with you on the 9th of September. We'll do a little unboxing then, which is the anniversary day. And it was really sad because there was a gift shop and obviously a toilet and an ice cream parlour. And I actually didn't notice this, it was Gary. And basically what people were doing they were kind of like pushing their way through, or just barging through the monument, the Lord's little church, where obviously, energy reader, you can stand and you can get healing. And they was barging through just to get their ice cream. And they walked down and they were just stood there with their ice cream. And it's like you spent more time eating your ice cream than you did taking time at a place like that can give you free organic healing. Where are we at? Anyway, we went on, and that was it, wasn't it? We got back on the bus. We got 2 people that were late. You always get them. They turned up late, and we just made the tender. But if you go with the tour, they wait for you. If you go with the ship tour, they wait for you. We got back on ship and went for an ice cream. They do the most delicious chocolate ice cream on the ship. I've never tasted the like anywhere. And then I went to the gym. Did an hour in the gym. I was literally sweating. Gary laid on the bed, and he went outside because there was some wildlife, I think whales and stuff, and dolphins outside, and he sat on the balcony and read. And now we're getting ready because tonight is the first formal night. I don't think they've called it formal night, I think they've called it dress to impress, because there is an official formal night later on. So we'll just do the usual, get dressed up, which I am dressed up, go for a meal, have a little wander, go for the walking and running deck, and we go and do some laps of that. Come back, well in fact we don't come back, I go get a chamomile tea, get some waters, come back, read, and we do it all again tomorrow. Last night we did the movie Under the Stars, and the film was called A Man Called Otto, which has got Tom Hanks in it. Amazing film. And the sun beds that they have during the day, well, they covered them with cushions and pillow, this cushion thing with a pillow on and blankets and popcorn. A movie Under the Stars. I'm not a movie person, but I really enjoyed it. And that was last night. This night's just going to be a quiet, chill night. And then tomorrow we are going to Cork, and I think, or we dock somewhere else, and then I think we're travelling to Cork. So, see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your video, enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you in the next one. See you later.
Woke up to this morning. Loads of fog. Can't see out. So when you always get fog, you usually get the horn. That's been going off all night.
Apparently, this is the JFK Memorial Park in Cobh. Hey folks, we've booked to go to the Titanic Museum in Cobh, and apparently you get a real genuine, well not obviously a genuine ticket, but a copy of a ticket, and I'm a bit unsure about this bit, of a genuine passenger that was on. Mine's Mary Burns, and she was 17 and in 3rd class, and apparently at the end you find out whether you survived or died. We'll see how this goes. See you in a bit, bye. And Gary is Bernard McCoy, and he's 23 and he's also in 3rd class. Oh, do you see the museum there where it says White Star on the top? So that's where we're going about 12:45, the Titanic Museum. And that's our ship there.
It's a bit of a walk up to the cathedral, but we're going to give it a go. Looks like it's up this way. Halfway up the steps and path. Nearly there.
Who's your football?
Made it. Just in time for the bells. Unfortunately, the fog's rolling back in, so the view isn't as spectacular as what it probably could have been. I'll go in the church and see if it's dissipated, but it's unlikely. do a little prayer in the cathedral. The fog has lifted a little bit for the view. It's nice. Down there somewhere is where the Titanic sailed from. That's the crew and officers, which we've done a video of earlier on. Oh. And there's the ship. That is a pier that they boarded the tenders to get onto the Titanic.
We didn't get to see this morning because the fog was in, but that is an old, well, I think it's actually still used, army base. Look at that, like an army prison. Let me see if I can scroll in. Like an army prison just there. These weird things just happened. It's probably not weird for people that live in Ireland, they're used to it, but it was just glorious sun, blazing warm, and then the thickest fog came in. Then it cleared, and it came in again. So we've had a beautiful day here. And typical Mercury retrograde, it didn't work out as we'd planned, but actually it was for the best, because we went to a interesting Titanic museum. It was just an interesting day, interesting. I'll tell you more about the Titanic Museum possibly in the next clip. But look at that. Next port tomorrow is we're heading over to Dublin. Hi folks, how are you doing? So I think it is port 3 today, which is the first time I've been to Ireland, and it's a place called Cobh. I think that's how you pronounce it, apologies if not. We were gonna go to Cork today, but for various reasons it didn't work out, but it is Mercury retrograde, and we ended up just staying local. And actually it turned out for the better. I mean, I don't know if you know, but Cobh was the last place that the Titanic docked before she went on her last leg towards New York. And 123 people from either this place, well, it will have been from Ireland, I presume. 123 people from either this village or from Ireland boarded Titanic. I mean, 1, 2, 3, you can't make that up, can you? And you went, the museum that we went to is actually at the dock, the pier, that they would have walked down to get onto the tenders that would have taken them out to Titanic, because she didn't fully dock here. And listening to all the different stories, and the stories of those that had tickets but then changed them or and for another ship, or had tickets for another ship and then changed it for Titanic. And the fact that it still keeps hitting home how all of these people, even the rich and the famous on there, were all actually just normal people trying to get on with their lives and looking towards the next part of their journey. And I don't think it ever ceases to shock the Titanic story. And there was one incident, well, it wasn't an incident, Gary had gone off to walk to a church, and I for some reason just sat on this bench and I felt the energy of an older lady come and sit next to me. And it turned out that what I'd got from her, her daughter had gone on Titanic and didn't come back. And she said, and I don't know if this is historically correct, but that the officials were not very good at giving information back to Ireland about people's loved ones, and many people had to wait a long time to find out if their loved ones had either survived, lived, died. And basically this woman, the trauma of it and the torment of it killed her, and she'd been anchored on the pier, walking up and down looking for her daughter and waiting for her daughter to come back. And because we were there, we were able to open the portal back up and send her through. And people may think, well, I mean, it is true that Spirit are always opening portals up, the Ascended Masters, for anchored spirits to go through. But the truth is, when you become anchored, you actually feel more human than you do spirit. So you're more inclined to go towards a physical human being than you are somebody like Christ, Metatron, an angel, etc. Because you feel human, you're still in that human energy. So that's why the importance of people like myself that do that, when we go off places, you can get bombarded a bit, because it's the only way really they can come to you for then the portal to go open and they get assistance to go back through. And when she went through, her daughter was waiting for her, and then we went round the museum. They did this, what I thought was a freaky thing, but it actually wasn't a freaky thing, was they gave you like a replica of a ticket with the name of someone. I think they were all from Ireland that went on the Titanic, so you had their ticket with their name on. And I thought that was freaky, but then I kind of understood that every time you get a ticket and you look, because at the end you've got to then look to see if they lived or survived, if they lived or died. But every time you do that, you're remembering them, which I think is a good idea. But I got into the museum and I just got this weird, sickly anxiety, overwhelm. And I've said to clients before, sometimes I can tell when it's my stuff and I can tell when it's a client's stuff. And I remember thinking, this is odd. This doesn't feel like it's me thinking we need to go from this. And it wasn't until I got into the second part of the museum that I realised that just by holding a ticket with the name of a ghost on it, you're accessing their energy. And yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it for those few seconds, those minutes, the hour that you're going round. Interesting, really interesting, all the different stories and the different energies. And also as well, I don't know if you can help me with this, but the Lusitania I think went down round here somewhere. I know when I went to New York, I had an episode on that, because I didn't even know, and I still don't really know where Lusitania went down. And I went a bit funny over the exact spot that she went down once we'd found out afterwards. So it's an interesting waters. It's an interesting energy here. And that thing with the fog as well that came in and then just went, very interesting. So I was going to do a haul, well, an unhaul tomorrow, but I am going to still do that. But I'm going to do that with the anniversary stuff. But I thought I'd share the Titanic stuff with you that I got today, seeing as it is a Titanic day. So it's the Cobh Titanic Experience Visitor Centre. It's really good actually. And again, I think it's good to just spend an hour to just do a little bit of a history dive and revisit the paths that these people did and listen to their stories. So we got a tea towel, because I've told you, well, yeah, by the time you've watched this, you'll have watched the All Thought video where I shared the story that now we're now getting tea towels of places where we go to remember the places by. So this is the Titanic tea towel. That's Gary coughing at the minute. I think he's got an hay fever situation going on. So this is the Titanic tea towel. And it's a great way, we used to do it with cups, but we've got loads of cups now. It's a great way of having something where you can remind yourself of a place that you went to, all year round and in different seasons. So that's the Titanic tea towel that we got. And I got this book, which is Titanic Voices by Hannah Holman. 63 survivors tell their extraordinary stories. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. Shall I do a book? It's a bit big for a book vlog, that one, I think. Who knows, it could be a book vlog. Would you like a book vlog on this? If you want a book vlog on this, where you watch me reading it, not all the time, but snippets of me reading it, commentary, do a bit of baking while we're reading it, let me know in the comments. So yeah, I'm interested in reading this. Let me see if I can read the top one, because the writing's a bit small. From the survivor accounts. There came the terrible cry, lower the boats, women and children first, women and children first. They struck utter terror into my heart, and now they will ring in my ears until I die. They meant my own safety, but they also meant the greatest loss I have ever suffered, the life of my husband. There you go. So, usual routine, we're now going to go down for dinner. Oop, knock the camera. And rest. I think Gary's going to go watch a movie. What movie are you watching? Oh, you might be doing it. What movie is it?
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So he might be watching that movie. And if he does, I'm just going to come back here and I'm going to chill with my Kindle and relax. So we'll see you tomorrow, which is Dublin, and tomorrow is a bus tour. So we're going to, anniversary day, 9th of September, we're going to go for a facial. I'm having a facial, Gary's having a massage. Then we're going to go for some lunch, and then we've got a tour booked in the afternoon to Dublin. Okay, so see you tomorrow. Take care. Hi folks. I've just walked up some steps. Gary's doing a video behind me and commentating on his video. Do you see Gary? Anyway, we're just leaving Cobh. So that's why it looks like it's moving. Look at the sun there. That's why it looks like it's moving. Because it is moving. It's just like literally at the minute it's going like that, is a captain. So the propellers are going like Anyway, I like it. I like Ireland actually. It's interesting. I mean, I thought this is the first time I've been. Yeah. We do this on a night. If you do 7 laps of where I'm walking now, it's like the running track. You see it? It's a mile. And each day I'm trying to average at least 10,000, and I'm doing about 13, so that's good.
It's going to be some fog. I think we're going to be sailing into a not too distant future.
Hi folks, we reckon that the Titanic would have been anchored here. I think this is what we call Spike Island, and the tenders would have come in from Cobh to Titanic, so just about there she would have been.
Nearly got an expletive on this video then.
It reminds me of the scene of Dracula, does this? Reminds me of the scene of Dracula.
It's what it'd be like in the desert in a sandstorm. But a bit harsher.
You absolutely can't see anything now out to sea. That is what they call a foghorn. And they're all ready now for movie under the stars. They've got the red cushions on the lounges and the blankets. And Gary's decided he's not going to watch it. He's going to read instead. See if I can get... Look. That's the screen, which is huge.
We have tenders again. Welcome to Dunleary.
We will be getting off at Dunleary to go to the city of Dublin.
Lauderdale, going up the east coast, Connecticut, Boston, Maine, Nova Scotia, and then New England states, down the St. Lawrence River to Montreal and fly home. Save up for her, what she gets in her.
Hi, this is a bus tour that we did in Dublin that wasn't very good. So the footage is very sparse because it didn't allow for photo stops. But what I also didn't realise was towards the end of today I would come down with cold. So the next time that I get off ship will be in Greenock to have lunch with my cousin Alistair at Scott's in Greenock. The end of the Dublin footage and the beginning of the Belfast footage, where you will join Gary on a day trip to the Giant's Causeway.
This castle is of the MacDonald's clan, who later became the Earls of Antrim. Top of the walk down Giant Causeway. Beautiful. The Bay of Cows. Another angle of the Bay of the Cow. Apparently the centre rock looks like the shape of a camel. Let's have a look. I think it may have weathered a little bit. Oh no, it's a car walk there. The one that's got the green moss on it. Could be saying that it's a camel, maybe? So these are the geological rock formations which pretty much cause this amazing thing which is called the Giant Causeway. It just keeps going on and on and on. Claire's not here, so I'm climbing up the stones. I'll get involved when I get back. Oh. Also, this video can be used for the inquest. I was down there, now I'm up here. See what I can see up here. This is the main Giant Causeway going out to sea towards Scotland. Let's take a look. See you in a second. Halfway along towards the sea where the break is. I'll get there in a minute. So this is about as far as I can come without getting shouted at. There's probably black rocks can be treacherous, as it were. It's pretty spectacular. Yeah. Waves go crashing over the rocks. Absolutely beautiful. Those are the chimneys over there at the top. It's like a hand pointing up to the sky to me. It's right over the other side of that bay, which you can walk to, which we're probably not going to. So I'm running out of time before the bus leaves. That is what we call the Giant's Causeway. Amazing. Just take a quick look. It's caused with these rocks, as I showed on other videos, they're just really long columns of rock stacked on each other. It's an amazing geological formation formed over millions of years. Absolutely beautiful.
That's all remnants of the mining. We discovered rocks.
As you can see, that's like a smaller version of it. You can see the columns pile on top of each other. That's pretty much what I'm stood on right now. Oh wow, I think you can see those. You've seen these in the rock over there. The example of the columns. It's a bit far to walk over there, so I'm probably not going to make it over this time, unfortunately. But you know. The Giant's Boot. So this is the opposite side of the causeway, and there is more to see, but unfortunately, due to the nature of my tour, I've only got 40 minutes to get back to the bus, so I've got to walk back, and I don't think I'm going to get up there around there in time. Maybe for another visit, but I'm sure it's a wonderful view of the causeway from up there on the way back. But we'll just have to make do with this today. Still beautiful. Very strange formation. Fantastic. A great reflection. Maybe it does look a bit like a camel. His hump and his head's on his front paws is lying down. So most of the way back, there's still a bit of a hill left to go. Just bear in mind, if you come this way, my recommendation is queue and pay your £1 for the shuttle bus. It's not too bad actually. About 20 minutes to walk back to the visitor centre from the stones themselves. Obviously there's other paths you can walk down which I haven't fully done, so I've no idea how long that will take, but definitely worth it.
Can you see it okay?
So is that island in the middle of the extinct channel?
No, the rim. That's
Also part
it's
of
here.
that rim.
Yeah, that's here. And then the island is
This is Harland and Wolff, where the famous Titanic was built in Belfast. We're just leaving Greenock now. It's been a lovely day. Looks like a stone formation at the top of there. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Doesn't it? It looks like a stone formation. Look at those mountains. You can't see it as clear on the camera. Apologies for the croaky voice. I caught the customary cold virus that cruise ship seems to have all the time at the minute. Look at that, it's beautiful. Working our way up now to Invergordon. Goodbye, Belfast. Good morning, Scotland.
folks, we are now sailing round the most northerly part of the United Kingdom, which is John O'Groats, and it is absolutely beautiful.
Hi folks, we have not spoken for a while. Do you know, I've got my glasses on, it looks like there's a rainbow, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a reflection of the light. So I'm talking to you from the most northerly part of the United Kingdom, which would be John O'Groats. And I've not been on for a couple of days. Gary has been doing all the filming because I got the customary cruise cold. As you do, changing the lights, if I get it better there. So I'm saying, this is the first day that I've been out getting my exercise again. And getting some fresh air, and yeah, we've just had some tea in the Lido restaurant, and now I'm going to have a walk around deck, get my walk in. But yeah, I think the cold was bad for one day. I had it bad for one day, and then I just stayed on ship and rested. We had a tour booked, but I said no to the tour because I said I'd rather miss one day and get better for the rest of it than try and push it and ruin it for the rest of the holiday. It's actually benefited me just taking that one day. So I'm back now. I'll be getting dolled up again tomorrow night. Getting myself dolled back up again tomorrow night. But actually, I've enjoyed, look at the sun behind me. I've actually enjoyed not getting dolled up. And I think, you know, coming to a place like this, because now we're sailing around the north of Scotland, actually it's about putting the makeup down, isn't it? And it's about putting the hoodies on, putting the makeup down, getting the sunglasses on, scraping the hair back, letting it blow in any direction that it wants, and just relaxing rather than concentrating on getting dolled up. And I've actually enjoyed it. So yeah, tomorrow we're working our way around to Inverness, so we'll dock tomorrow in Inverness, and we've booked a bus tour, a bus and a boat tour around Inverness, and it goes to Loch Ness first, but a bus tour around Loch Ness, around the Loch of Ness, and then we're going to go on a bus tour to Inverness, and then the next day after that we're going over to Edinburgh if we can dock, depending on weather, because I think it's going to be a tender day that, where you go over in tenders. And then it's a sea day, then Le Havre, which we're not getting off, have another rest day, and then back to Southampton and back up to Lincoln. So yeah, now you're speaking to me from the most northerly point of the United Kingdom. Near the sun. And I'm going to go for a walk. I've already done a mile on this special deck that I shared with you the other day. The deck where you walk around it seven times and you do a mile. I'm about to do another mile now after my tea, and then I'm going to go back and read my Kindle. So I'll see you all later, and enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, your afternoon, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow when I'm all dolled up. See you later, bye.
Let's go for a wander around the Regal Princess to have a look at some of the things you can see, do and buy whilst you're here. surprise, the Northern Lights. Woke up about 3 AM in the morning, had the urge to open the balcony windows and look at this. It's absolutely beautiful and the first time that either of us have seen it. And apparently this was seen all over the United Kingdom. Hi folks, we are now at Invergordon and we are just waiting for our bus tour to take us to Loch Ness and then on to Inverness.
Largest body of fresh water in Great Britain. On a clear day you can see the mountains of the Nevis Range, where the loch disappears beyond the horizon. The loch as well,
as it is known, was flooded following the melting of Ice Age glaciers around 11,000 years ago, creating Loch Ness and several other lochs. Loch Ness measures almost 23 miles, or 36 kilometres at its longest. Scheme in the UK in 1896. One of the visitors to the falls was so inspired he wrote a poem about it, on the spot, in pencil. That visitor was Robert Burns, the national bird of Scotland. He came here in 1787. He wrote,
among
breakfast in bed, because guess what? The next couple of days is going to be about rest and recuperation. Unlike everybody else on this ship, that is going on regardless. So it's going to be rest, recuperation, self-care, lots of reading and recovering. Hi folks, how we're doing. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I had a chat like this, dressed up. The last time I spoke to you, I think it was a couple of days ago when I was up on deck with my hoodie on. In fact, where would it have been? I can't remember when it was. Anyway, so this ship has a virus on it, a few viruses, and I'm going to go into that more in the wrap-up video at the end. So I got it, and then I didn't go to, what was it, the little Giant's Causeway, the day off, just to recuperate. Gary went and took some footage, and then the day after that it was Greenock, and I got off to have lunch with, we both got off to have lunch with my cousin, and went to a place called Scott's, which is in Greenock Port, and that was really lovely. And then it was Invergordon.
Day at sea.
We hit, see that? Day at sea. Day at sea. So that gave us a day of recovery. And then it was Invergordon, which we then booked a trip to Loch Ness. Is there a monster? I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do a similar video to what I've done with the All Thought follow-up, where I've spoken about the island. I might do the same for Loch Ness. Coach tours on the cruise ships are quite poor, very poor. And again, I'm going to sum that up in the sum up video, the sum up clip for the end of the vlog. Yeah, I won't waste it. Some of them may be good, but I don't know. We just felt as though we'd been robbed, and
it was a boat tour, and it was just get them there, get them back, take as much money as you can, whip them round. We were meant to have a walk around Inverness, and we got dropped on the outskirts, and we were given 25 minutes. Literally not told about toilet stops, places for lunch, anything. It was crazy. So during that day, Gary then started to come down with the cold virus, and so he's been recuperating. And then that brings us today, which was Edinburgh. And the funny thing is with this trip is all the big days are right at the end when everyone's knackered. So today was Edinburgh. I think I've been to Edinburgh in the past. Have you been to Edinburgh in the past?
Well, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah,
So
I've
we've
been.
both been. But what we decided not to get off ship today because it's just, it can be pandemonium getting off this ship, especially when there's water shuttles. So we said, you know what, we're going to rest and we're just going to recuperate for the next 3 days. But at some point we're going to come back to Scotland, because another one of my gripes with this cruise is that I really don't feel the British Isles has been shown in its best light. The ports have been very obscure. A lot of them you can only get to the places in England, Ireland, Scotland and wherever else, Paris, by taking big bus tours that really, like, you can be driving for hours, and in some places you're there for an hour and you're whipped back. And I felt it more in Scotland because I've been to various places in Scotland, and it's just not showing it in its best light. So we're going to come back next year, I think, and we're going to come back to Edinburgh, and we're going to do more humble holidays, more slow pace holidays, because for although you think cruising is slow pace, it actually isn't, because there's a lot of people on this ship, all with different issues, all with different energies, all with different gripes, all with different needs, wants, and it can actually become really exhausting. And the whole process of getting on and getting meals, and it's very pushy shovey, etc. So more about that in the wrap-up video. So we're not going to go to Paris. We weren't going to go to Paris anyway. Sea day tomorrow, and I think tomorrow is a formal night. I'll share some in tomorrow night's video. I'll share some of the stuff that we've been buying, some of the hauls, and yeah, I think today is actually a new moon from what I saw online this morning, but I'm probably wrong about that as well. So I think that's it. So tomorrow is a day at sea. The next day is Le Havre, and then the day after that is back home to Lincoln. It's nice catching up with you all. I think that's it, isn't it? First day back in the restaurant tonight. The meals are weird on here as well. Anyway, that's for the wrap-up clip. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Farewell, Edinburgh. Hopefully we'll come back another day and see you properly.
Hi folks, goodbye Edinburgh, and another sweet sunset. If you can hear that bubbling, it's not my stomach, it's actually, I'm above a jacuzzi. Look at that. I tell you what, I don't know if I've got any Scottish friends watching this, but over to there, there's like a little, scrolling in, like a little castle thing there, can you see him? But just behind that as well, there's some mountains, and I'm getting some real Mary Queen of Scots vibes there. Not just of her, but of that time. Now I know I'm near Edinburgh, and Edinburgh will be around there somewhere. In fact, I think the castle is there. Well, I don't think you will not be able to see it on that, but yeah, interesting. Changing of the sky colours as well. I'm fascinated with the sky at the minute.
the sky's got a lot to tell us and show us. And obviously that's the, is it the Forth Road Bridge? And we'll look at our sunset. Oh, you know earlier I said we gave Edinburgh a miss. Well, we found out at dinner time that apparently Edinburgh was rammed today. So again, you've got to trust your intuition. And it doesn't matter if the whole, it's a train, the whole boat's getting off. If you don't feel it, trust it, because I'm so glad we didn't, because if we'd have gone into Edinburgh today, apparently you couldn't get into the castle, you couldn't get near the shops, it was just rammed. And today has been a relaxing day. This island is absolutely reeling me in, and I've no idea why. It looks kind of dark and gloomy, but there's just something about it that I love. But what I've just found out, and you're all just gonna go mental when you find this out, we've been right near Royal Yacht Britannia today, and I have no idea. So it's about 3 royal residences that I've already missed. After I said I'd start doing vlogs on royal residences, so Royal Yacht Britannia, missed it. Castle of May, missed it. Is it Glamis? Missed it. I'll make it up to you though, I will make it up to you. But that island, yeah, interesting. Last of the sunset as well. Good morning from, I don't know where we are, we're heading down to Norfolk, so we're working our way down from Edinburgh down to Le Havre today. So again, it's another chill day, another relax, another sun. Hi folks, so look at this combination: hoodie, sunglasses, sun hat. So working our way down now, down towards the south of England, and we're having another relaxing day at sea. And it's, for me, it's weird because everybody that's been off this ship every day is still just stomping about. It's kind of scary how so many people just can't relax, just can't sit down. They can't sit down and do a puzzle, a jigsaw, read a book, watch a film, take in the scenery, have a sleep, have a meditate. But we are today, so we've just gone to, what's it called? Is it called Serenity? I keep forgetting. The retreat. And oh yeah, we went to the retreat. That's a bit windy, but there's a place in there called the Sanctuary where you pay to go in it, and it's much nicer than being out on deck. So we think we're going to treat ourselves to that tomorrow in Le Havre because it is a little bit windy. Yeah, so see you in a bit. So an example of what you can do when you're on a cruise, the weather is a little bit inclement, but you can still sit out. On this cruise you can get blankets like that you can put over your legs, around you, if you're like the Queen. Queen had a blanket like this, didn't she? Kindle, you can play a game, you can do Sudoku, you can meditate, you can listen to music. So, it's doable. Yeah, see you in the next one. Hi folks, we thought we'd treat ourselves to a delivery of burgers and chips, coleslaw and dips. And Gary's got the same.
very Gothic looking Le Havre.
Hello folks, how are you all doing? So today we did do as planned. Most of the ships got off to do tours around Paris and Normandy, and we just said, you know what, today we're just going to relax, stay on the boat. The weather's delivered, we've had a lovely lunch, just a lovely swim, hot tub, sun's blaring, you can see it behind me I think, and reading, relaxing, mocktails, and just getting ready to go back home tomorrow. So yeah, it does actually have some benefit when you don't follow the crowd, and when you do what your body wants you to do and what your soul wants you to do as well, because today has delivered. Hope you're all having a nice day, and I'll pop on again later. Bye.
Cheers.
Hi folks, last walk around the deck tonight before we head home tomorrow. Look, we're looking forward to getting home, aren't we? We're looking forward to getting home and getting back to some simplicity and normality tomorrow. So, last few shots tonight, see you all later. Bye. A very, very industrial part of Le Havre that I actually didn't know existed until now. It is actually very industrial. I suppose that's what harbours are all about. Well, ports. Very industrial actually. God.
Most cruise terminals generally are.
Yeah. Hear the bells? On our way home, thank you for joining us on our holiday around the British Isles with the Regal Princess.